We open on 3 reviewers getting ready to talk about a Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Very cool.
JD,
Yes.
what do you do?
I go to say a funny line, a funny joke, a quip. Okay.
Okay, so roll. 12. That's not
So bad.
So you say something not bad, which surprises us because
Doesn't get me
usually
canceled. and this is kind of funny, you know?
Yeah.
I'm glad the humor check worked in your favor.
Yeah.
I would like to give JD a high five.
You read my mind. That's what I was thinking.
Roll for high five.
Dexterity check.
Okay.
A 19!
Yeah!
That was not a 19.
No.
Hello everyone, we watched Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. You may notice the set looks a little different.
Yep.
We got a table. Not for this, but it just worked out in our favor.
It's a nice, solid table.
Yeah, so this review is going to work a little differently. I'll explain the movie first, as usual, and then they're going to roll to give me their opinions. Which is not how, obviously, Dungeons and Dragons works. But so this is directed and written by Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daley, who, as we know, is a geek from Freaks and Geeks.
Sam Weir.
It stars Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Regé Jean Page, Justice Smith, Sophia Lillis, Hugh Grant. There's a couple other people, a few little cameos.
Yeah.
But basically, it's a D&D campaign, but you don't really see the people playing the game.
I really liked that you could feel like you were watching the campaign. So I, unlike these two people, am an actual player.
I've played.
He's played.
I've played several
Okay.
times, but I don't
What
continue
are you?
to play.
Introduce us to your character.
I don't remember the name, but I definitely remember I was a rogue.
I am
Typical,
Time
right?
Emerin,
Rogue.
level 2 druid. Druid was a main part of this film, which got me
Huge
really
part.
excited. As soon as we got introduced to her, I was hooked from the beginning. From start to even the credits even made my jaw drop with all of the artistic touches on it.
The Easter eggs.
Oh, so good.
We're going to let Katie go first. Depending how you roll is how you review the movie.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't think
So
I
this
like
is
these rules.
so this is more I changed my mind, JD. Instead of if you roll a 1, you have to trash it. If you roll a 1, you have to speak very bad, but still give your honest opinion on the movie.
Oh, okay. Oh no.
So here you go, Katie.
Okay, first I want to give a shout out to my group. We're the Cutie Crew, and my DM Chance. They're great.
So she gets a 1.
I don't know how this is gonna work.
I'm so nervous. So I just get less words. Is that the
Yeah,
rule?
basically, yeah.
Okay. So 5 words or less.
Yes,
That's
that's good. That's a good.
That's because I was going I was gonna talk like an idiot.
Okay, 5 words or less. Whimsical fantasy with nuggets of wisdom.
6, but you know.
We'll let you.
It's close.
I'll let you expand anyways, because
Yeah.
I was gonna let you guys expand anyway. So.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I don't want to go first. Can JD go first?
Okay.
Sure. Okay, JD, now you roll.
There we go.
And even though I'm the DM of this, I'm still gonna roll for mine as well.
Oh, good.
18.
And 18. Okay, so
Now
basically
you're gonna
normal.
talk Super fancy, you know? Oh, thank you. You call me smart?
Aw.
Thank
Well,
you.
no, the brain things would definitely pass you by.
Whatever. I know it's a Dungeons and Dragons movie, but they do a really great job of it's the world, and also if you know nothing, it you can pick up on things, you can understand, while also it felt like a little bit like a movie that they just don't make anymore. You know, in the world of Marvel and
It's Ella Enchanted.
it's very it's a movie that you'd see late 90s, early 2000s. It would have done probably pretty well. Everyone would have loved it.
Which is funny because the original Dungeons and Dragons
Was
came out
awful.
in 2000 and was awful.
Wait, this is a remake?
No,
I know.
No, there's
This
a
is like a
really, really
reboot.
bad movie.
This is like a hard reboot.
So
Yeah.
I went in with zero understanding of the characters or anything. I don't look up directors. I don't look up movie reviews. I just go in and I watch. And I was smiling And I felt like it was a return to childhood. I felt like I was watching my friends play a game.
Yeah.
And it felt like I was watching a campaign from start to finish, and that was my favorite part. And the humor that they captured, because when you're playing around and when you're playing in the game with your friends and you're having these conversations of, okay, what's the next step? How do we work together as a group? Which group dynamic they also really highlighted. And so they captured the humor really well, which was really fun.
If you love Dungeons and Dragons, you can pick up on everything, every little like creature and species and every like role. And then
Bradley Cooper halfling.
But if you and you're gonna really enjoy it. But also, if you know nothing about this, you're like, that was really fun and easy to digest. Like they don't have to stop and say, here's what a druid is. It's never like, here's what a paladin is. Here, like those words are thrown around, but you're just like, oh, I get it. A rogue is a scoundrel. Like I get it. A paladin's kind of like a cool knight a little bit. It's a druid's obviously a shapeshift. They just do it without being like, okay, well, hang on, let me explain everything to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
In a world where we are like 30-something movies into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, would never happen like that again. It's just so nice, so breezy. You legit like turn your brain off for 2 hours, and you're just like, this is a good time.
It was such a pleasant time.
And Chris Pine's just so handsome to look at.
The entire time.
I think that him and Chris Evans, top tier Chris's,
Chris is aside, it was the chunky dragon for me.
The big dragon was cool. And you, Grant, fantastic.
I love to hate him. I loved to hate him in this film. He really played into that.
He's so good. He was in it way more than I thought he was. I was pleasantly surprised. Love you, Grant.
All right.
Put him in more.
Let me roll so I can get into the conversation.
Okay. Oh, no. You trip and you don't get to walk into the conversation.
I get a
6. Yeah.
Things were good. I mean, Regé-Jean Page, best part.
Oh, he is good.
Do good. Funny.
Would you say your favorite part about this movie is that it feels like a movie?
Honest to God, this movie felt like a real life, go to the cinema type movie.
Yeah.
Get your popcorn.
Scenes, there was sound.
There was actors and actresses, and there was characters, yes, like you said. I feel very Jeff Goldblum trying to look for words right now. But yes, I liked it a lot. Having read the comic books of the Adventure Zone and watched a little bit of Dimension 20, while I haven't played the games, I definitely understand the concept, so it was really fun to play the game in a way, because they fail in this movie quite a lot. And obviously Chris Pine's character goes through a whole thing about failing. But it felt like if you were playing this game, it felt like multiple different chapters.
Yeah.
Now, clearly, they could have expanded this movie and made it like multiple movies, but they did the good thing, and they just we're not going to wait.
Yeah.
We're going to give you everything. We're going to give you Chunky Dragon. We're going to give you Sophia Lillis flying as a fly to spy on them.
Yeah.
All these things that could have just been 2 set pieces in one movie. They decided we're going to do 8 set pieces for one movie, and it worked really well.
I think too, it really does also, for a first movie, it does not feel super huge scale by the end.
It's only the first?
Well, I assume that the plan is we would love to do more of these.
There's going to be a series.
Multiple campaigns. You can bring in different people into it if you want, have the core group, but then mix and match everything. But it didn't feel like, man, they really went for it. Even by the end, the final fight and the final kind of thing that's going on, you don't totally understand the goal a little bit of the bad, the villain, but it's just the in-fight scene was cool, but it never felt like, oh, this is some pretty high stakes stuff. It felt like low enough stakes where these 4 or 5 people could fix this.
The soft world building of it all didn't force you into very strict realities. It allowed you to use your imagination as you would in the game, and that was my favorite part of it.
By the end, it still feels like these characters can grow. It's not like they're we're all the best at this now, and it's okay, well, cool. Now I would love to see more of these characters continue to do things, continue to grow, and be better people and stronger people.
Yes.
Once again, we're gonna roll the 20-sided die
So it's it's gonna be like a. How many out of 20 would you give it? And whatever we roll,
and whatever you roll is the rating. But then I'll let you re-rate.
Yeah, re-rate. Into 10 or into 20?
To whatever you want.
Okay.
I question your rule-making capabilities.
Look, you know what? 12. 12 out of 20. Which is a 6 out of 10. I don't think she would give that a 6 out of 10.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish, and it was just so fun and fantastical, and just like made me feel like I was a mouse sitting in a teacup watching a little woodland story play out. You know?
That may be the best like description of your enjoyment of a movie.
It was amazing, and I just was so thrilled the whole time, and I was eating a soft pretzel, watching a great film, and it was just a 10 out of 10 experience.
Don't even get me started about that. There was no hot dogs at the movie theater. There was no pizza. So what would you give it out of like 10?
The pretzel or the movie?
The movie.
Pretzel, 10 out of 10. Movie, 10 out of 10.
There you go.
So you would say it was a nat 20.
Oh, it was a nat 20 for sure.
Here we go. 6 out of 20.
It's not. This is a poorly constructed idea, obviously.
I got 6 out of 20. I'd say actually I would give this like a 7.5 out of 10. A really enjoyable movie. Definitely want to watch it again. Got a little emotional. Didn't even talk about it. The cool visuals, the cool.
Oh yeah, practical effects.
The great
mixed with
practical effects.
Visual effects.
God, watching Jonathan fall out of a window.
It's Jonathan.
It's Jonathan.
It's Jonathan.
But did Chris Pine keep calling him Jonathan?
No, it was Jonathan the whole time.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just couldn't hear. I don't know. But,
Jonathan.
I couldn't hear over the smile on my face. The whole thing, you know?
I feel that.
So yeah, 7.5 out of 10. Solid movie. Can't wait to see it again.
I'm excited that you guys revealed that it's gonna be a series.
I hope it's gonna. I think that's
obviously
the plan.
Paramount has already optioned it for a series at least.
Yeah, they did.
So even if this fails at the box office, they'll still have redemption.
You can't re-roll.
Oh, that's fate.
17.
First try.
First try. Keeping all those tries in. But no, I really liked it. I like going in with no preconceptions of any movie, so I don't watch trailers anymore. I don't really read anything. So to see this and see Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, basically everybody, they just all crush it, and the story's great. And I think if you're out there being like, hey, this is a Dungeons and Dragons movie, I'm not no nerd. Well, let me tell you, if you've watched all the Marvel movies, you will see a return to form to action blockbusters in Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves.
This is such Ella Enchanted vibes to me. I think Marvel is in a different echelon. This is not science fiction. This is fantasy through and through.
It's like Stardust.
It is a little bit like Stardust.
I haven't.
Gosh, you would love that movie.
We close on 3 reviewers having just reviewed the movie Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. JD, how do you end the video?
I say huzzah.
Okay.
And then I give a shout out to Auntie Donna, who does a little cameo in the movie. So there you go.
Let's see.
Not even gonna look at it.
It's a 13.
Oh, word! So there we go.
So that doesn't mean you can do all of that. You have to probably just pick one. So you might not get the shout out.
Yeah, so maybe you just say huzzah.
Huzzah!
And Katie, how do you one-up him?
Just by being present.
All right, let's roll. Let's roll on that.
11.
11. So
You're like half here.
Okay.
All right.
Here's what I need to figure out. Why did we not do the 1 out of 10 on the 10 die?
Un esercito di prodi